a video surveillance and smart home solution for all, providing intelligent AI analytics for up to 8 cameras. Monitoreal identifies a variety of objects such as people, vehicles, or animals to enable custom alerts and deliver real-time notifications by Telegram, webhooks, Slack, and email. Following the session, you'll be prompted to join the live Q&A.
Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us from around the world today for our Tech Talk presentation. Also thanks to IFSEC for the opportunity to showcase Monitoreal, an AI video security assistant, which is a video surveillance and smart home solution for all. My name is Lewis Hart, heading up sales from the UK, and I'll later be joined by Aidar Yakupov, co-founder and managing director based in our headquarters in Cyprus. Let's look at some of the challenges today. Many of the companies that provide analytics are cloud-based, that in some cases require proprietary cameras and monthly fees. Some have also been shown to share video without permission and are vulnerable to being hacked, especially with larger multiple accounts. When you're placing your trust in these cloud providers, there are no guarantees that their employees don't have access to your private photos or videos. While for businesses that may be okay, for private individuals, privacy and security of their data is absolutely critical. We at Monitoreal aim to be different. We're a video surveillance and smart home technology company born out of the idea that home video security should be completely private, affordable, easy to incorporate into a new or existing installation, reliable, not reliant on external cloud services to function, and offering added automation within the home. So what is this device? Well, let's start with what it's not. Well, it's not video management software. It's also not a network video recorder. The Monitoreal AI Security Assistant is an independent AI analytics appliance that independently leverages your existing IP cameras using OnVIF. It provides a platform with easy to configure analytics that make your existing system smarter and is a complementary add-on to other security systems. It tells you when there are issues with the camera or even the connection. It's simple to set up and now offers increased functionality to open gates, turn on lights, alarms, etc. via an electrical relay. Let's talk about the demand in the market for a moment. In the last 5 years, there have been over 10 million NVRs sold worldwide, which doesn't even include China. Of those 10 million NVRs, it's estimated half of them had 10 camera channels attached or less. Most of these systems don't have basic analytics included, and the ones that do typically generate many false alerts to the point that they're unusable. Here in EMEA, the video equipment revenue for residential is expected to be nearly 100 million by 2021. And doesn't even include the SMB commercial revenue. Now, with IP camera use predicted to grow at 12.8%, which is twice as fast as analog CCTV cameras, it's clear to us that we have a great target market to pursue together. Perhaps more importantly to note is the demand for and rapid adoption of smart analytical products, which is of course the core value we provide. However, most products today are cloud or IoT based products, and we believe that on-premise options are underserved in the market, and we at Monitoreal are looking to fill that need. Here's a typical story we hear from customers. They'll say that they bought and installed a security system at their business or home, and while there's nothing wrong with it, they don't feel they really get a lot of value from it either. Since no one is sitting there actually watching it, they don't see any activity in real time. And the only time they tend to use it is when they need to go back and search the video for an actual event. Also, while it may have motion detection, the system is being triggered by anything and everything, sending many unnecessary alerts. So what do customers do? They end up turning the alert functionality off. What we hear is they would really like to have a smart system with AI-powered analytics and the ability to receive alerts on their phone, but they don't want to buy a whole new system for that. Of course, they're aware that some bigger, higher-end NVRs have those advanced features, but these tend to be expensive and are usually for much larger sites. Some customers are also telling us they don't want to use cloud or IoT devices on their network because they are notoriously insecure. It's also hard to keep updated with the latest firmware, and they don't want their videos shared with anyone without their permission. They are, however, very interested in hearing about an appliance that resides on their home network and works with their existing system to provide intelligent analytics they can use. In this example here, you can see a typical residential installation on the left, and on the right, how Monitoreal is complementary to this, however, adding a layer of intelligent analytics and smart home automation. Let me quickly show you how simple and easy it is to set up and use. Here you can see that the Monitoreal device is a standalone unit. You connect the device to the router and IP camera network and take the IP address on the LED display and enter this into your web browser. Once you have entered the username and password, you simply log on to the device. Here you have the option to automatically search for your cameras using OnVIF, although you can do this manually if required. This will then pull through your cameras where you can manage each individually as per your preferences. Here, each camera is now being linked to the Monitoreal device. You can change the name of each camera as necessary. Then you can choose the objects you want to be detected. Here the user chooses the object dog, with notifications every 30 seconds a dog is recognized and remains present in the camera field of view. To go a little deeper with some of the features, firstly, you can see here on the left the 19 different objects that a user can choose, whether that be people, animals, vehicles, and other accessories. Here on the right, you have the ability to create track zones that you wish Monitoreal to focus on in the camera field of view, whether detecting activity in a specified zone or even excluding detection. This is helpful in scenarios where you only want to monitor a certain area, for example, the front door of your home or your driveway. Looking at how the AI works, here you can see how the AI algorithms identify objects, even when partially obstructed from view, ignoring distractions like shadows, and accurate in difficult weather and lighting conditions. Here you can see examples of objects that have been detected, including people, vehicles, animals, and other accessories like bags and umbrellas. Currently, these intelligent analytics are applied to a maximum of 8 cameras. However, if you have a larger site, you can still prioritize the most important cameras for Monitoreal to be applied. There are a number of different ways to receive alerts, although we recommend that you use Telegram Messenger for its added privacy and automation capabilities. However, you can choose Slack or email. More technical users like monitoring stations can choose to integrate Monitoreal's alerts into their system via webhooks. And coming soon, we'll be introducing even more integration option for the likes of Amazon Alexa, Apple HomeKit, and many more smart home applications. With more methods of receiving notifications planned, we want to offer freedom of choice. However, what's key here is that Monitoreal sends you real-time alerts wherever you are based upon the criteria you choose. What we're seeing is that many current surveillance systems are strictly about security and reactive security at that. Monitoreal provides greater awareness of the activity happening around your business or home. It's not just about security, rather many different daily use cases too. For example, while you will of course want to know if anyone is loitering near your home or if more than one person is on your premises, You may also wish to know, did the gardener turn up? Are your children home? Or is the dog running loose around the swimming pool again? Monitoreal is also relevant to many commercial sites, such as offices, cafes, restaurants, and I'll share a little bit more on our latest COVID-19 counting and suspicious item features shortly. We also have a forthcoming statistical module, which will provide in-depth analysis, such as counting objects as well. Probably one of the most topical and on-trend features soon to be released is the COVID-19 counting feature. As our communities are re-emerging from COVID-19, local governments are implementing regulations and guidelines to maintain social distancing in order to avoid overcrowding, often expressed as a percentage of maximum occupancy. Perhaps one of your customers is a business owner in the retail or hospitality sector right now, and they're restricted to, say, a 25% occupancy. So how do they manage that? Well, Monitoreal can be set to count the number of people in the camera field of view and alert the owner and staff in real time if the number of people entering the premises has exceeded the specified limit set with Monitoreal. This ability to reach multiple mobile devices simultaneously helps businesses to avoid fines and even being shut down due to non-compliance. And if a business has multiple rooms or a larger area to manage, that's not a problem. You can combine up to 3 cameras to cover a particular area. Additionally, we also see an opportunity with this algorithm as a suspicious item tool, as it can now detect suitcases, backpacks, and handbags. Similarly, we're continuing to improve the power of the algorithms with deep sight mode. This option provides greater accuracy with smaller objects further afield, as well as at nighttime. This is a feature that can be turned on and off again as per your requirements. As mentioned, we have also taken the next step in smart home automation with the introduction of the Monitoreal 4-channel electrical relay. The relay can be installed on your electrical panel to enable connection to devices such as a gate or external lights, and can be controlled using commands sent over your Wi-Fi router. These devices can be activated in different ways: manually via Telegram, automatically, or even by approving prompts based upon the rules you've set. Each channel can be configured individually to be activated by one of these 3 methods. Here we've listed out many of the contrasts that Monitoreal has with many other typical products available in this space. The many features here, I'd like to again focus on the fact that Monitoreal is private and secure within your home network, kept behind the firewall. As shared earlier, in EMEA, video equipment revenue for residential is expected to be nearly 100 million by next year, not including SMB commercial revenue. With IP camera use predicted to grow, it's clear there is a great target market to pursue. The vast majority of the devices sold into this segment today are cloud or IoT devices that may have privacy concerns, use up internet bandwidth, and over time the total cost of ownership from subscription fees add up. Our device is different because it's an on-premise device, easy to set up and configure with no subscription fees, and high-performing analytics, which will only get better. The opportunity for dealers here is that many will have an address book full of small commercial or residential accounts that would be interested in an on-premise AI-powered smart analytical appliance that doesn't require them to buy a whole new system and doesn't cost as much as a high-end NVR or complicated integration. Dealers can install several of these devices in a day or schedule installations in between larger jobs to maximize their productivity within a given day or week, providing an adequate time to profit ratio too. Here are the 2 MR devices currently available with MSRPs, the base version supporting up to 6 cameras and the Pro version supporting up to 8 cameras with the COVID-19 and deep sight mode features. Founded in 2018, Monitoreal was self-funded and headquartered in Cyprus with a US subsidiary in Connecticut, the USA. The device is designed and manufactured in the EU, and mass production is underway with commercial units being sold in Cyprus, Italy, and Turkey. We also have test units currently in over 40 countries around the world. As our presence around the world grows, as does the commercial team across both Europe and North America. And that brings the presentation to a close. Thanks for your time, and both Ida and I are available for any questions.
It's been a busy day here at IFSEC Tech Talks, and I can see that once again our Q&A room is filling up. So thank you very much indeed for taking time out of your day to join in with the Q&A. We're joined by Lewis and Adar from Monitoreal, who you've just been seeing a demonstration of the product and its features and its capabilities. But if anyone didn't manage to catch the video, maybe joined in a little bit late or would like a little bit of a refresher, and also frankly as a bit of a buffer zone while people are still joining, Lewis or Adar, again over to you. Just give us that 10-mile view. Tell us a bit about Monitoreal and tell us about specifically what it is you're talking about and you've been sharing with your audience here today.
Ida,
Okay.
would you like to speak or shall I?
Lewis, please.
Yeah, so I mean, in summary of that presentation, we realized there's a huge number of issues, cloud privacy issues in the industry today, and we're aiming to be different. We're a video surveillance and smart home technology solution for all. And it's kind of born out of the idea that we want to be, as Monitoreal as a company, completely private, affordable, reliable, not reliant on those external cloud services that can be hacked, as we actually shared in some of the examples at the start of the presentation. But also we're moving more and more towards increased home automation. As we mentioned as well, with the kind of the exciting plans ahead to integrate with greater smart home appliances in the home, such as Alexa, Google HomeKit, etc.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. So let's kick off with some questions. And by the way, these Q&A sessions, we love your questions because it helps to keep them moving along. So have a look at the questions that are already up there. If you don't have any of your own, give us a thumbs up if there's a particular question that you would like us to address next. But we've had a question come in already, which I think kind of hits the nail on the head with the point that you landed on just there, Lewis. Is the device cyber secure out of the box? Should installers be aware of any extra steps involved to improve cybersecurity? So I've covered this a number of times. I cover cybersecurity as a journalist, and the number of times I've heard stories of people who've had a bit of kit installed, or they've installed it themselves, whether it's surveillance kit or whatever, and before they know it, it's been taken over, it's been weaponized, become part of a botnet. And the reason is it had a dodgy default password that it wasn't clear, that was splattered all about the internet. So tell us about security out of the box with your Monitoreal kit.
Well, our device is on premise. It doesn't use any cloud, as we mentioned before. And actually, we think this is the only way to make it really a secure device, because it sits behind your router, it sits behind the firewall, and it's inaccessible from outside.
Okay, so it's inaccessible from outside of the premises completely of the private network that it sits on. Yeah,
so this is the only, actually, we think this is the only solution that is really reliable and can really make a surveillance system and a security system really unhackable.
Okay.
Well, of course, there is always some possibility that even a firewall can be hacked. Even the hardware firewall that you have with your router can be hacked. But it's also the balance of the value. When hackers attack a server, they get thousands of accounts. There is a value there. When they attack our device, they can only get one account. It's not just very difficult to hack it. It's also, it's too little value. There is no point. So this is the only way, we think, to make it really, really safe in terms of cybersecurity.
So some more questions coming in. Again, keep the questions coming in. Give a thumbs up to those that are on the panel. can more than one unit be used in conjunction with another, either on the same site or at different sites, to monitor more than one house or more than one house outbuilding, maybe branch offices or something? Can they be used in tandem to scale, for example?
Well, if you want to add analytics to more cameras that we actually have, I mean, the maximum now we have is 8. Yes, you can have more devices. That's right. But the reason why we created this was that we wanted to bring an affordable, reliable solution to the residential market, primarily.
Yeah. And by residential, I guess by extension, given the world in which we now live, residential is also where people are working now, and whether people are looking to monitor their homes, or perhaps, as might be the case where I'll be moving to shortly, I'll be having a little shed at the bottom of the garden where I'm going to be storing my computer gear and everything else as well. That becomes my workspace. People's smaller premises are becoming more and more important to them, and to not only their own business as usual, but the companies they work for and their business as usual. So I guess that's a growing market. It's a growing opportunity for what you do at Monitoreal.
Yeah, that's right. Well, also, it's not just surveillance. It's not just about security. With these new types of analytics with AI, those systems become something different. They become an awareness system, because all of a sudden, previously it used as a device for forensic purposes. But with this type of analytics, I'm not just talking about our device. With these new AI solutions that are coming to the market, this becomes something that you really get addicted to, because you know what's happening around your house every day. You know where your kids came home. You know if your dog is running loose. You know when the pool guy came, did he actually do his job? And you know it right away. And there are no false alarms.
Talk to me about...
This is something completely new. It's a new sector. It's a new market, actually.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Talk to me about interoperability in terms of the existing devices. You know I've got various devices around my domestic premises here, from different smart speakers to different camera systems and connected doorbells. So what's the interoperability matrix in summary for that stuff with your Monitoreal kit?
Currently, we only have a solution for monitoring stations, which we call webhooks. But we'll be adding more devices, and it will be more growing, becoming a home automation device. We are now introducing a Monitoreal electrical relay, which can trigger any electrical appliances. It's a 4-channel relay, so you can connect 4 any electrical devices. It can be an alarm. It can be a gate lock. It can be lights. It can be almost anything. And it can be triggered automatically. It can be triggered manually. And there is a combined mode, for example, when you do manual approval, when you get an automatic alert or something like that. Mm-hmm. So yes, we're moving towards the home automation system, not just the surveillance system. And I think it's going to be a trend on the market.
Okay, we are almost out of time, so just time for any final questions. Please pop them into the panel. I have had one just come in. Is Monitoreal just a one-off fee? So yeah, how does this work if I wanted some Monitoreal here at my home?
Yeah, it's just one-off payment. You just buy the device and there is no subscription. It comes with all it needs on its premises. There is no cloud used, and therefore there is no subscription.
And how about delivery of updates to that as well, you know, in terms of supporting different cameras, or, you know, improving some of the AI algorithms? You know, are there ongoing updates? How easy are they to apply and integrate into the system?
Yes, it's updated the same way as your telephone, for example, updates. You can turn on automatic updates, or you can do it manually. It's up to you. And again, since it's a software solution, it's not we're not using like systems like umbrella chips or something. Okay. It's not a hardware solution. It's a software solution. It gets constantly better and better. And we'll be supporting this for many years.
Okay. Well, listen, we are out of time for now, but thank you so much for joining us here today, Adar, and Lewis there as well. If anyone wants to find out more about what it is that you guys are doing, pop any further questions at you, where is the best place for them to go?
You can reach us at sales@monitoreal.com.
Brilliant. And Monitoreal spelt as sounds with a EAL, as in real, as in not unreal, at the end. So sales@monitoreal.com. Listen, thank you very much, both of you, for joining us today and for sharing details of your product. And thank you to everyone for tuning in to the IFSEC Tech Talks. We're going to be back again in just a few moments' time. So thank you very much. See you shortly. But for now, Lewis, Adar, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much,
David. Thank you very much.